Welcome back everyone. In this lesson we will be learning about gallery filters and search. We have already created galleries and we know how galleries works. We saw forms but we don't know how to filter within galleries, and we will be applying a search engine within our apps so that we can find data easily. Let's get started. So in order to see how filter things work, so we need to do something uh, here on the gallery. So we have created gallery and this gallery is showing me data, so only what are created inside um, our data sources. So we are reading data from task in SharePoint list, and that is showing me all the data here, but this is not our purpose. The real purpose is I only want to show users task to particular users. Suppose I am creating my task, so my task should not be visible to anyone else, and for my task I want to filter between my task. I want to search my task if I I want to, but I don't want to show my task to anyone else in my team. How to do that? So let's learn about filter. We already showed you how filter things work, but here we will apply it again on the gallery. So let's select the gallery first, and then on the item we will be just filtering source, task, and our logical text will be created by equals, what is it? So one thing I want to show you here, be careful here. Created by, I want to filter by email address, whoever created this item. Okay, so I want to see, let's use the default user.email and see how it works. Formula is showing me no error. It is showing me an attention. This is for data limit warning. If we cross 500 rows, then this function may not work. Better we have to apply a different way to filter data at that time. So I cannot filter data like this, because let's go back to our raw data. In this field we can see the created by is stored as name of my full name, so I can't convert my full name as email address. To do that, maybe I have to use a different one, different option instead of created by. Let's see what other options we have. Assign to category, changes, created. There are two created by. Let's say the created by, this one, this is the system default created by. Is it storing the information what we need? So it's not also giving me this data, and in fact it's showing me an error because it is a system default and it stores only encrypted string. So how to retrieve data by full name? So let's it can be done. So let's use the same thing, because we have stored data using the full name function, and that will give us data. Let's see. Yes. Okay, now let's go to the data and change the name to something else. Let's select and edit data and change created by this. Save it. Now we can go back to this page and we can wait for it to update, but Power App do not update things without enforcement. Either you have to load this screen again, or you have to refresh this screen. You don't have the refresh button here. We can add a refresh button here and refresh the gallery, refresh the data source. That will eventually reflect data here. Or we can go back to home, come back, it should give the data. If it takes time, it's better if you add a refresh button. Let's add insert an icon, reload. We can add this button for data processing. Let's on select properties to refresh, and it's showing me the sources only. Now let's refresh the data and it will eventually show me the updated one. See that the information is updated. Again, if I change it back to my real full name, and refresh it, it will show me the data correctly. Okay, now this is what we have done excuse me, for by using filter. But we can also add search option here as well. Instead of filter, and along with the filter, we can add a search method here. To add search method here, we can select the text input and change the default text to nothing, and the hint text is search by task ID or status and task ID. This is nothing, it's giving user the hints how he can search. So we can also apply some design here, like radius. I do like most. Now how to use this search? Let's write something. It's not giving me any data, like submitted not, because these are not connected yet. So let's connect it with the gallery. So how can we do that? In order to do that, we should select mm-hmm. Yeah, we should select this one. Wait a second. We need to apply some, we have the filter in place, so for this case we have to add a method so we can see things at one go. So easiest way, just let's see how search works. Easiest way to apply search is using the search function. So let's just save this copied formula somewhere before we apply search. So in the item we can add search and the source. Yeah, source and the text for the column, right? What is the text field? Text is the name of the search box. Let's select the search box and rename it. Rename it as search box. Now click back to, so we can find search box dot text, and now we will type down the columns. What columns we want to apply search? So let's say we have task ID. We can search by status, task ID. These are two columns we want to search for. So let's go back and add the status, then task ID. See, task ID is not working because initially it didn't get reflected. So task ID is basically the task title. So now just remember that we have some task ID like TSK. If we write TSK, it is showing me both because both of them have TSK. If we select 04, it is also showing me both because we do have 04 in both of the task ID. If we select 323, it will 323, it's showing me one task only. It verifies that the search is working. So now what it is doing, basically it is searching data from all the tasks. It is not filtered as per user tasks. To apply some filter now on the source, we can apply filter function that we have copied earlier. So if we read this information, let's format it. The search function is first applying filter on created by as the user name who is currently viewing this data. If there is any data, we can apply search on the search box, the text input field, and we can search for the two columns, title and the status. That's how the search is working. Now let's try it again. We will be writing 638 this time because we have tried the other one. 638. I'm getting this right. Okay, so now let's create another task. Okay, see here one thing, I have to reorder this, as we have told you earlier. We have reordered this thing. Now let's create another task of email service. No email test, no email. Doesn't make any sense, just for test. Submit. We have free information right now. Let's say status. I am going to change some status manually from the data source. Let's say I'm selecting the third one, and in status I'm selecting completed, just to see if search is working perfectly. Okay, let's go back, refresh the data. Okay, data is refreshed. Now I will be searching for status completed. See, completed is one only. If I search for data submitted, I can see two, and this search is very fast. Because gallery always loads data into the app memory initially, and search is being done from that volatile memory. Okay, thanks for watching this. I hope you can understand search, but this is very handy if you have more than 500 data or more than 50 data. You can easily find things around. Don't have to scroll down all the way in order to search things. Okay, you can add things, add different parameters as per you require, but only you have to remember, you have to apply all search command in gallery items, not in the search box itself. We are not doing anything on the search box. Okay, in order to make it look like search box, we have just deleted the default text and we added a hint text here so that it looks like a search box. Thanks for watching.